Hello guys and welcome. When I first started shooting animals, I started with this lens, the Tamron 70 to 180mm, which I already had at that time. But I quickly found that it was way too short. So if I wanted to be serious about things, I needed a serious tilt lens. So I bought this big boy here, the Sony 200 to 600mm, which I've totally come to love since I bought it. I won't go too technical into this since I'm no gear expert, but I'll tell you everything I like and dislike about this lens and why, based on my own experience in using this lens for almost 3 years now. Let's start with the physical appearance. First of all, this lens is completely white. Actually, I don't get that. Why not just make it black? But I guess it's some kind of a stylized choice by Sony. I don't know. I absolutely love the zoom in general on this lens. Everything happens internally, so it's not like those lenses where they extend when you zoom. And that makes it way easier to stabilize it on gimbal head, for example. And there is less chance for the dust to get inside the lens. And that is really nice design in my opinion. The zoom ring is not hard to turn either, and with just one hand I can zoom all the range just using my fingertips, which is really useful. Same goes with the focus ring down here. Again, it's not too hard and it makes it easy to turn with my fingertips, quickly and easy finding focus and make those minor adjustments. So the overall design of this lens is really nice. There are a few options on the side here. For example, the image stabilization, which I've always turned on. There are also different modes you can choose from and focus distance options and other stuff, but I won't go into detail with that. I also love these small handles here for my peak strap. I used to have the strap here on the bottom, which I've just attached for you to see, but I dropped the lens once and since I did that, I've never ever attached it to the camera, but to the side here instead. And last but not least, this lens is not as big as those insanely big prime lenses. And that's pretty nice. Now I've just mentioned zoom versus prime lenses. And I'll tell you why I will always go for a zoom instead of a prime. Though I know prime lenses can be really sharp and have that special prime look, which looks so epic. But I'm really impressed with the sharpness of this lens. It have never failed me unless it was my own fault. The reason I prefer the zoom range is because I'm mostly filming. It's nice that I can change focus length and both shoot wide shots and narrow shots without having to change lenses. I also find it easier to focus on, for example, flying birds with the zoom lens. I tend to zoom all the way out to 200mm, find the bird and get it in frame, get the focus right, and then zoom back into 600mm. That can be a bit harder if you're shooting on a consistent 600mm prime, for example, when you have moving subjects. I must admit, I have found a few problems with this lens. And maybe it's because I use it as much as I do, but again, it is made to be used, right? So the lens hood has gone really loose. I can't put it on and lock it anymore. It just keeps rolling around, as you can see. It's obviously due to the usage, and I haven't found a solution to this yet, other than to tape it together every time I'm out there using it. Because it has fallen off a couple of times, and I hate when I have to go back and try to find it. So at the moment, I'm actually looking for a new lens hood for this lens, and I'm crossing my fingers that the problem is in the hood and not on the lens. Another issue with this lens is actually on the lens foot. I will show you. Up here there are small 4 screws holding everything together, and over time they tend to loosen when you carry it around and you use it and stuff like that. It has come to the point that I have to tighten them every time I go out. And if I'm away for several days, I have to have a small screwdriver with me to be able to tighten them when I'm out there in the field once in a while. I don't understand why it's made like this, since it's obviously a critical point. And when I search around for it, I can see that I'm not the only one having this problem. There are many nice accessories for this lens. A lens foot, just like this one, camouflage covers and other stuff. But I've made another dedicated video talking about that, so go check that out if you're interested in some accessories for this lens. Okay, let's talk about the pricing. For a serious wildlife lens, there is also a serious price tag coming with it. This lens costs around $2,000, which is undeniable a lot of money, but compared to those really big prime lenses, This is like nothing, and I believe if you compare pricing to what you get from the lens, you get so much for your money. In the end, I really like this lens, and it's my go-to every time I'm out. I always carry it with me. It's not too big, it's not too heavy, it's sharp, it's versatile, and I trust it every time I'm out shooting. The small problems I had are only minor issues, so if you shoot on Sony cameras and you want to shoot wildlife, this lens is something I can definitely recommend. That's it. Hope you liked the video and you find it useful. Thank you for watching, guys, and if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe. I will truly appreciate it. See you in the next one. Bye.